cadiaN, you are now in the playoffs. Tough matchup that you're going to have going into this game. How are you feeling? What's the game plan? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I think Spirit is obviously a tougher position, but I also think there's teams that could have been worse to draw out there. You know, I think Fury with the home crowd, Na'Vi we're always having a tough time against, and Cloud9. So it could be worse, could also be better. I think Spirit is a super strong team. They've shown that at this major, but also at the previous one, making top 4. So yeah, we're just using as much time as possible to prepare and make sure that the game plan is where it should be.
So the top 3 HLTV teams are out. No Vitality, no Liquid, no FaZe. Kind of a shocker. Did you even expect that could happen at this stage of the major?
Was feeling pretty sure that at least one of them were not going to make it, to be honest. I think also the HLTV ranking is usually pretty good, but you know, there's also been a lot of roster moves and some results hasn't gone as expected, I guess you can say. And I mean, it's always a good view of what the current state is, but I think there's teams which are not placed in the correct positions at the moment. So both yes and no. I mean, I had Liquid in my pick'ems at least, you know. So, but I made it. I still made it. I'm still here.
I had them in my pickups too. So does that mean you think that you should be ranked higher in these HLTV rankings?
Not necessarily us. I mean, the only thing is like coming here, we were ranked 7th, and we had been winning 14 out of 16 games. And then we come here and we don't play because that's the other stage, and we move down 3 spots. And like, what more can we do? But no, I think the ranking is completely fine. I don't think we have done anything like out of the ordinary as of late. So we're hoping to do that here.
So with this possibly being one of the more open playoffs that we've had in recent memory, you might have to play Na'Vi if they do win and you win yours. Are you excited about that potential matchup going against Simple?
I mean, that's just how it is every time, right? We draw them a lot. And always close games, but they always have the edge. And yeah, I mean, a lot of things can happen, right? We still have to beat Spirit, super strong team. Also, let's see what's going to happen with 18,000 Brazilians going against Na'Vi. Let's see how they handle it. So yeah, I'm not thinking too much about that game as of yet, but yeah.
So knowing that all of these teams are going to have some sort of tricks up their sleeve, Spirit obviously can be kind of a wild card depending on how wonderful Even plays. What are your keys to success for yourself and this team as you try to improve on a 3-1 record in the New Legend stage?
I think staying true to our identity, the way we want to play, dictating the pace of the game, and also the communication. Because for me, I think that's really where we've had our best games, but also definitely where we had our worst. I remember the Katowice semi-final, which was like awful in terms of communication and decision making. And yeah, we tried that as well against Cloud9. So right now, like we are consistent in the way that we're really good 85% of the time. But when we are bad, the 15%, I think we are like pretty fucking bad.
And what are you going to try and do, I guess, in terms of that communication, making sure that it does stay together during the games when it can get so loud, as you said, with almost 18,000 people in the stands?
I mean, we constantly try to evaluate, like on the games where things went right, what did we do, how did we prepare, what did we talk about before the game, and then we look at the games where it didn't work out, and we're like, okay, so what's the reasoning for this? And we try to analyze as much as we can. Sometimes it's just a mental thing, otherwise it's just the day, you know, and yeah, we try to make sure that as many things as possible is ticked off to make sure that we can perform the way that we're best.
Obviously, the topic of timeouts has actually come up quite recently. There was some stats that came out about timeout conversion rates. Do you guys pay attention to that? Do you pay attention to you trying to use the timeouts as figuring out how we can win the next round, or is it trying to reset and figure out how to move on from there?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, obviously, Exist is having like the main role in terms of the timeouts. If he sees something, wants to change something, analyzes on something, and wants to make sure that things go different, he will take the timeouts. And also sometimes prior to the game, I can like let him know what I would like for him in the timeouts. Like sometimes I tell them, I need you to, when you take the timeout today, I need you to be super decisive. Come with a direct solution. If I like it, I'll take it. If not, I'll twist some things, or maybe I'll just scratch it. But I need you to be direct today. Other times, for example, against Liquid and Overpass, we just got stomped on Mirage. I told him the most important thing for me in your timeouts now is just that you hype the shit out of everyone. Because we just got stumped and now we need the confidence back up. So it's not so much about the tactical things, it's more about getting the mindset right, and that works super well.
And you talk a little bit about maybe tweaking those timeouts. Is there like a clear direction necessarily within the middle of the game of the team? Is it you or does it exist? Who's really taking the lead there?
Yeah, it exists for sure. He is the main guy, the boss we have in the team for the timeouts, and he is super experienced and has a lot of good things that he can bring up, and he's made many important timeouts for us this tournament, and I hope he will continue to do so in the playoffs.
And finally, since of your time with Rogue in North America, would you consider yourself an heroic North American team?
If you need me to, Ryan, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
Thank you so much. Best of luck going forward.